Hey y'all, just want to let y'all know that I am here, just chilling, trying to relax and trying to basically game the system a little bit so that tonight I'll be very awake. I'm hoping that by waking up super early and sleeping during a lot of the day, I'll have a lot of get up and go juice tonight. Yeah, I figured by streaming at this time, we might be able to catch some people who can't normally catch these streams. A lot of people who aren't always available at the times I normally stream. So, hi if that's you, and thanks for finally being able to make it. Sorry I don't stream at your usual times, y'all. Oh, that's not good. Shit. Does Cardlin never get to see the misses? Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Hello, can y'all hear me? Is it still pretty quiet? Okay. Does Cardlin never get to see the misses? Let's see. The answer is rarely. Usually once a year or so. She's coming to visit, so I'm very excited. It's alright, it's probably for the best that I can't sleep right now. Yeah, don't do that. senpai notice me stuff. You'll get banned very quick. The mods do not appreciate it. Y'all got any big plans for the holidays? Anything exciting you're gonna do for Christmas and all that? Where's the best place to send a donation? I'm a big fan of Direct Relief myself. directrelief.org. They always seem to be a really nice, reputable charity. Oh, here, yeah. You can do Streamlabs if you want. Certainly not necessary. Carlin, do you have any Christmas traditions when you were a kid? Kid as opposed to now. I'm trying to think if there's anything we did differently. I can't think of anything specific that's out of the norm. You know, just like opening presents with the family. Family gets together, hangs out. Sometimes, like, one of my family members will have like a little plan, like a game for us all to play or something like that. But otherwise, it's pretty chill, I would say. You sound tired, buddy. Thanks. I'm trying to I don't necessarily want to go to sleep because I want to be awake tonight when the missus arrives. So I'm kind of trying to stay up. Do you get to see No Pause at Christmas? Flora Wilco, I'm not sure if you know this, but as of July last year, my son, No Pause, has been living with me. He's moved out here to come live with me, and it's been super happy times. How old is Todd? I do not know how old Todd is. He has a lot of fans in the community, though. I'm sure somebody here knows. I have 7 million pillows ready for the missus. No, but I think I might have more than she's expecting. Let me see if I can YOLO this. Such a bad idea. Yep. Horrible idea. Also a bad idea. Oh, Todd doesn't let people know his age? That's interesting. To me, it was important that people knew my age because I think my age is one of the things that makes it kind of like, oh, dang, he's a real person. Like, Cardlin is a character, but the person talking is a very real person. So it was very important to me to kind of like make that distinction for the listeners so that they weren't like, you know, like falling in love with me or anything like that. That's why I always tell people, you know, I'm 36, I'm a dad, my son is probably closer to your age than I am. Aesop fan is 49, that's cool. Thank you very much for being part of the community, Aesop fan. I've always been curious, when you say Aesop, you're talking about like the fables from back in the day? Very nice. Do you have a favorite of Aesop's fables? Oh, that was so close. And don't get me wrong, I'm perfectly fine, obviously, with y'all falling in love with the idea of Cardlin. But, you know, it's important to me that you distinguish Cardlin from me, the person who is, you know, the voice actor running the channel. I like to go by C, so if you ever need to differentiate the two mentally, Cardlin's the dreamy one. C is the old grumpy one. Oh my god, what is happening? I didn't know that's why you let everyone know your age. It's actually really thoughtful of you. I always wondered why it bothered you. I wondered if it bothered you when people left thirst comments, more so way back when. No, not really. Because I know, like, for the most part, they're talking to the character, right? But, it's when people kind of blur the lines between the two that it doesn't really bother me. I just feel like it's important to make the distinction. And, you know, of course, just number one reason is just to be respectful to my girlfriend, so that I make sure I'm not like leaving myself open or making it seem like I'm available in any way. But also just to, you know, unrequited love is brutal enough as it is. I don't need to try and create any more of it. usually say unrequited. Unrequited love? Is it unrequited? I don't like unrequited because unrequited? Unrequited? Unrequited, unrequited. I don't know. I don't know. How does one say that? Somebody Google it. I know what I usually say. I don't know if it's right though. Oops. Yeah, Emily's got it, you know. Gotta keep myself safe. There's people who like to go overboard sometimes, so I gotta keep myself safe. Internet's a scary place sometimes. Rox is right, and Rox says unrequited. Oh, okay. Unrequited love. Not revealing your face is also a super good idea as well. Yeah, you know, I mean, part of me wishes that just from the get-go I did a whole face reveal and name reveal and everything, so people could, I don't know, like, as much as I appreciate my my anonymity, I also feel like it kind of leads to me being paranoid in public situations, you know, like I end up being more nervous about things than I should be, and kind of like anytime I'm in a public situation and I see someone who I might think might fit the bill of a typical cardigan, I kind of get nervous. And that's, you know, that's annoying in its own way. Would be nice to be able to just be open about it too. But I also think that would affect like my subscriber count. You know, I feel like I wouldn't be as big as I am now if I was really open about that kind of stuff. Something I've learned while studying psychology is that there's a seen as an individual by being part of a community and having someone that encourages you to be better is really helpful. Okay, I like that. Yeah, Emily Wilton saying, YouTuber Cryotic had fans going wild over his face not being revealed and made him insecure about his content because that's all he cared about. Yeah. That's not good either. Oops. Yeah, I'll do plenty of kickflip reveals. How about that? I'll do plenty of kickflip reveals and call it even. I wonder if I can ride this. Nice. Kickflip pictures in 144 frames per second. How would pictures be in frames other than photo frames? Boop, boop, beep, bop, bop, boop. Hey, Kara Holt. Kara Holt sent $5 I think. Says, for once I'm glad I can't sleep because this is the first time I get to watch a stream live. Lots of love from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you very much, Kara. I hope I said Melbourne right. This level. Don't do that. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay. Oh my god, I'm back at the beginning. Okay. I think this one might be a wash, y'all. Great. Cool. Oh, nice, Kara. I'm glad I was able to say it correctly. Yeah, I had some friends living over there. It was one of the random bits of information they taught me that I just happened to stick with me. Oh, why'd I do that? Okay. Yep, it's just Melbourne. Harry just donated 5 yum-yums, saying, "Hi, C. I just woke up and getting ready for work. Anyway, hope you're excited to see the missus today. See you later, bye." Also, golf streams are one of my favorite streams. Oh, nice. Always worried that people don't like this, and that I'm just doing it for myself. So I'm glad to know that some of y'all like it. Thank you very much, Harry. That was a nice. Oh, don't do that. Play from here. Probably don't want to do that. This is interesting.
Ooh, yum-yums.
Hey, we got some more yum-yums. Mika says, in all caps, "I interrupt this chill stream with all caps energy. Lol JK, this is a very zen way to end my stressful week. I hope you have an amazing Friday and weekend. See? Cheers." Thank you, Mika. I was chilling with Mika just a little bit ago, listening to Filipino music in the Discord. Oh my god, I'm out of time. Jeez. I've always loved the concept of having a warm, hot chocolate by the fire and the whole cuddly Christmas vibe. The Australian reality is sunburns and heat stroke. Yeah, it's very much a American fantasy that Christmas sells. Well, I guess no. Europe too. You can have some very white Christmases. Mrs. just messaged me asking if I can bring a blanket when I go to pick her up from the airport. I think I'm going to do her one better and bring a very specific blanket. This is going to be a bad idea. Yep. I already knew. Let's line up. There you go. I'm going to bring her the Cardi Bear blanket. She hasn't seen it yet. What the hell? Let me go. Let me go. Hello. Game. Okay. Game crashed. That's a bummer. How early is it where Cardland is right now? It is 5:37 a.m. Thanks for the links, Rox. Astro Momo says your fans and you have like a thing that it's not like most people's fans. Like they go, "Oh, it's Cardin, let's let him do his thing, chill." Instead of, "Oh my God, it's Cardin, sign my butt. This place is chill." You know, that's honestly because I have these ravenously defensive mods with which I couldn't do anything, and they are very, very protective of me. And you know, they do a very good job of curbing that kind of behavior, that kind of like senpai notice me behavior, because definitely it was there when we started, but people learned over the months and months and months to not act like that, otherwise they'll get banned. Yeah, you know, there's like the whole pun of like calling them goddesses. I call them the modesses. What if you saw the pin in the wild? I think it would be awesome. I do my very best to not try and be super obvious that I was staring. Uh-oh. That's a good call, Haruka. Once they open up, I'm gonna order some tamales for breakfast. Astro Momo says, I like it. It's chill and nice after a long day to just chill. Yeah, we're very chill here. People get rowdy sometimes, but again, the mods do a really great job of like just containing the crazy, basically. What's a tamale? Let's see. So it's like stewed pork in a cornmeal kind of, how would you describe that? I guess like kind of like a soft cornmeal soft biscuit, I guess. The biscuit implies it's really hard. It's like a cornmeal patty stuffed with stewed pork. Is that a good way to describe it? I don't know if there's a National Mod Appreciation Day, but I know that I spent one of the days recently appreciating the mods by sending them all super secret surprises that they don't know about yet, so don't tell them, especially the ones that are here. I hope it'll reach them in time for Christmas. I doubt it will, but even if it's late, it should still be a nice little nice for them to nice on. Thank you, Melinda. I'll certainly try. Oh my god, am I just gonna go all the way around? Nice. Would you ever open a P.O. box to maybe send Kickflip treats or you a nice gift? I actually have one. It's, I don't know if it's in this description. Mods, could one of y'all post the address, please? See, you are such a caring person to all around you. Thank you. I try. I can certainly do better, but... I find what happens is basically how do I put this? Like I try and put others first because, you know, self-esteem issues and whatnot. And in the process of putting others first, I find that I am no longer able to put others first because I have neglected myself and I no longer have enough to give. So I try to do better about that. I think that's a very important part. That's one of the biggest things I think I've learned in my 30s, you know, dealing with like low self-esteem and like depression and all that, is that you try to put other people first because you feel like you're not worth it, and you realize that in the process of not putting yourself first, you end up messing yourself up and becoming more of a problem for other people than you think. So it's important to put yourself first in order to better serve those around you. You know, you gotta love yourself before you can truly give love to others. Oh, 1 second, be right back. wake my son up for school. I missed a number of questions up there. My bad. If you ask me any questions, please just go ahead and ask them again. I'll do my best to get to them, I promise. Did I study anything interesting in school? I didn't graduate college. Oh, the game's not showing. Whoa, what's going on? Hold on. There you go. Has anyone ever recognized you IRL just by your voice? Luckily, no. I do a number of things, like effects-wise, to my voice when I release audios and stuff, so I think for the most part people don't recognize my voice. Like, I've had some people who, like, sent me, like, videos and whatnot, and they're all like, I swear this is you, I know this is you, and it'll be, like, some other actor or something, and it sounds nothing like me in real life, so I'm like, okay, good. The disguise is working. What's your favorite movie soundtrack? Favorite movie soundtrack? Favorite movie soundtrack? I'm trying to think if there's like a movie soundtrack I played a lot of. Guardians of the Galaxy 1, maybe? Guardians of the Galaxy 2, even? How did you and Todd become pals? I think we were both, like, aware of each other. You know, I started out on Reddit, which is where he's mostly from. And, I think one day, either I reached out to him or he reached out to me, and I was just like, hey, we should do something sometime. Miranda Di Gregorio says, I didn't know you use effects on your voice. What type of effects do you use? It's this whole, like, suite, like this whole set of, like, effects that I use. I bass boost, I treble boost, I use a compressor, I do noise removal. Stuff like that. How did you first get to know the Borderlands gang, aka Todd and Yuri? It's a similar story with Yuri as it was with Todd. It's just like somebody made me aware of them, and I hit them up, or they hit me up, or somebody hit somebody up, and we were like, hey, do you want to do something sometime? Okay, let's do something sometime. And we did. Yeah, you know, I wish I could say we were like really like actual friends that like hung out and stuff, and even online as opposed to offline. But the truth of the matter is, you know, I think it's easy to think that all YouTubers know each other because we're like quote unquote co-workers, but for the most part we're really segmented and kind of fragmented. It's a really kind of a lonely job, to be honest. That's why it's cool to, on occasion, meet your peers. My tiny creature says, "Good morning, see, have a good day," in a very groggy 3-year-old voice. My good morning, tiny creature. You behave for your parental unit. And have a good day yourself. Where is Kickflip? In my son's room. We'll probably come over here in a couple of minutes when he comes to get his phone. See, hope you don't feel lonely. I mean, luckily I'm always surrounded by people online. My son's a very loving boy, and my mom's also very loving, and the missus, you know, she spends as much time as time with me as she can, so I'm surrounded by love and loving people, so no need to worry about that. What you gonna eat this Christmas? Asks Motion Daniel. I don't know. Usually it's like a weird mixture of like Western food and Eastern food at my family gatherings. So like my plate will have like spaghetti and adobo and mashed potatoes and turkey on it. Curious, what's your favorite breakfast / lunch / dinner food to eat? Usually when I'm depends where I am. If I'm at a diner, I'll usually, my favorite thing to order and try at a diner is like a country fried steak. That's usually pretty good for breakfast. But I also really like, if I'm at like a place where the pancakes are really good, I'll get the pancakes. At home, I always like a good old bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Fruity Pebbles. Flora Wilco asks, why doesn't your missus live with you in No Pause? She's not literally my missus. She's my girlfriend, and we're still working out the kinks on, you know, how the marriage thing is going to work out with us like living so far apart from each other. But that's really the reason why she lives in a different country. 1 second, let me go check on my son again. Be right back. How did I come up with the idea of Tingles and Dragons? It's really just, you know, Critical Role, really being inspired by that amazing group. And thinking that, you know, we have our own amazing group of voice actors here in the ASMR community. Maybe we can do something with that. I've always been a huge fan of D&D. You know, I've played it ever since I was a kid. So I thought that there was some room there, and I'm really glad we ended up doing it, because it ended up being my, like, it's like one of my favorite things I do now. What kind of cereal? Usually I like Fruity Pebbles. Oh no. Fruity Pebbles, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Apple Jacks. That kind of stuff. This is not working out for me. See, you have a super sweet tooth. I think just when it comes to cereal. Normally I'm not really into sweets. What do I normally drink in the cold season? You know, I never really drink, I'm not really the type to drink warm stuff usually. But when I can get it, I love like steamed apple cider or like a good chai tea latte. I feel like chai tea lattes from Starbucks taste like Christmas in a cup.
Ooh, yum yums.
Hey, we got ourselves a donacion from Randanime. 5 yum yums. They're saying, hiya, I always wondered why you avoid doing scripts on vampires. I understand why you'd avoid high school and cheating, but why vampires? Also, love everything you do. Keep at it. Proudly a patron. Why, thank you, Randanime. Why don't I do things on vampires? Let's see. So growing up, I did a lot of role-playing online, and it just seemed like everybody was always like some form of like vampire or something, and like it was a really played out kind of like really corny thing for people to do, and I kind of like, you know, I thought it was like a real easy and lazy character archetype, and I never really, I don't know, I never really dug the idea of just, you know, like the tragic vampire. Oh, woe is me. Oh, drink my blood wine. I just kind of thought it was a little corny and played out. So it's more of a personal preference than anything. I don't have anything against vampires. I think the story can be done well. I think we rarely get to see it, but I just feel like you just leaving the door open to it leaves us open to too many potentials for bad scripts. So I'd rather just say no outright. Oh, meow meow meow. I got a geese. I'm sure plenty of people can do vampires well, and I'm sure plenty of people can write it correctly. It's just something that I personally am not like a huge fan of. Just one of those things I think are kind of played out, you know. What is the game that made you laugh the hardest? Oh, kitty, kitty. Oh, yeah, kitty. Funny game. I can't think of any. Nothing immediately comes to mind, but I'm sure we played plenty of funny games just here on stream. Like when I was streaming Overcooked with Luna and Madam that first night. Oh my god, I was cracking the hell up. Like legit laughter of a deep and personal joy. just Luna trying her very best and like being completely ineffective. The panic mayhem of it was a lot of fun. Are you a really big fan of Monster Hunter types of games for offline time? I guess not. I've only ever played Dauntless and Monster Hunter World. So I guess I can't say I'm a huge fan of those types of games, but I'm a big fan of those two games in particular. Well, I'm a big fan of Monster Hunter World. Dauntless I'm still kind of on the fence about. I've yet to see how bad the grind gets. The heave-ho with the stream with the misses was hilarious. Yeah, that was hilarious too. Like every time she'd be like, "I'ma caress it." that was cracking me up. That's something we still say to this day. The genre of Monster Hunter games, I guess not, because you know I haven't really played too many, so I can't say I'm a fan of the genre. But the few examples I have played, I like. Do you like Animal Crossing? I've been playing the GameCube version again. You know, I'm worried that I might not like Animal Crossing, because I didn't really like Stardew Valley, and I feel like it's kind of similar. I'm definitely going to give New Horizons a try, is that what it's called? Animal Crossing, we're on an island now. I'm definitely going to give it a shot, but I don't know, I think I like being led around by the nose. And I don't like doing menial things too often, he said as he played a very simple golf game for hours. Do you like anime? I just joined the stream. I do like anime. Oh, meow 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 to you too. Let me pick you up. Let me pick you up. Let me pick you up. No? Okay. Let me open the door so you can leave. Okay, out you go. Technically, it's my son's cat, but I think it's my cat, unfortunately. It's like one of those things where it's like, I asked him, like, hey, so, you know, you're graduating soon. What's going to happen? We had an agreement, you know, if you can't take the cat with you, and I did not bond with the cat, you know, I have every right to get rid of the cat, right? Like, as we agreed. He's like, you love that cat. I'm like, I'm not taking care of this cat. He's like, you love that cat. I think, unfortunately, he is correct. But yeah, if, like, luckily right now she's like not like most cats, so I really like her. She doesn't do a lot of the cat things. Like I'm not the type who will put up with like, oh, the cat scratched me because I'm not supposed to pick her up that way, or oh, ha ha ha, she's laying on my keyboard again. Well, I guess I can't do what I wanted to do because the cat's laying on my keyboard. No. I will yeet that cat. And this is from someone who never eats. But luckily, she's very respective. She's very respectful. Very respective. She's very chill. She's very. She's not very territorial and doesn't act like she's like the queen of the house. And she's also very cuddly and affectionate. So she's the. I mean, she still can use some training and stuff, but I think she's a pretty good cat as far as cats go. Waka meow in these Louboutins. Yeah, if she was like a typical cat doing typical cat things, like I don't get it when like cat owners are like, well, you know, you don't really own the cat owns you. It's like, maybe that's how it goes in your house. That is definitely not how it would ever go in my house. Question. My sister has a Nintendo Switch. Is it better to purchase her a Switch membership gift card or a gift card to the Nintendo Store? What's the difference? Switch membership gift card. Switch membership gift card, I think, is for giving you time to play online. Like, it's like paying for your online membership. A Nintendo Store can be used to purchase anything. A Nintendo Store card would be able to purchase anything, I think, including online membership. So the online membership card is specific for one thing, and the Nintendo Store credit would be able to be used for, I think, everything. Hope that helped, Twilight. Will you post more Man on the Mountain, please? It's awesome. It is awesome. And yes, I will post more. Every series that started, I have every intention on finishing. I think there's only two that I won't finish. That's Teacher's Pet and The Offer. Like, those two are just lost to time, unfortunately. Anything that was about like high school, that type of thing, like that's never gonna get finished. And then The Offer, I just lost contact with the writer. Yeah, Elodie Thaliel's the best. Yeah, R.I.P. The Offer. Lodi is such a pretty name too. There's this Filipino like streamer, gamer personality named Elodia. I forget her last name, but she's so pretty and her cosplay is so nice. What audio is your favorite to make? I think maybe part 2 to She Silences My Demons. That one was a lot of fun. Elodia Gosengfiao. She is the hotness. Is there one audio where you were kind of on the fence about it, but when you did it, ended up super loving it? There's a couple that I'm on the fence of that y'all end up super loving. Let's see. Audio that I did that I was kind of on the fence about, but I ended up super loving it. Sometimes there's like comfort ones that I kind of comfort or like dramatic ones where I don't really like. I think there's one, I forget which one it is. It's one of the ones where like the listener basically is on their hospital bed and they're dying, and I wasn't expecting to as I started it, but by the end of it I was like crying, super feeling it. Monster Hunter World is 60% off? Dang. Now's a good time to get into it. Monster Hunter World is a really good game. Especially with Iceborne about to come out. I am ready. Flower Monsters. So I told a guy that I liked him, and he told me he liked me, but we decided to not date because he's moving away. He told me yesterday he's in a relationship now. I have a lot of Oreos and tears. C'est la vie. Have you heard of a game called Ace Attorney, and do you think you would play it? Yeah, those games look like a lot of fun. I've never played one though. I think if they made a new one, I might play it. Hello, Royal's mom. Any anime recommendations? Well, my favorite have always been things like Gurren Lagann, Fulikuli. I really dig My Hero Academia, but that one's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like the Jersey Shore of anime. You know, it's like, you like it, but it's a bit of a guilty pleasure. Do you like Sword Art Online and Full Metal Alchemist? I never finished Full Metal Alchemist. I intend to. And Sword Art Online, I did seasons 1 and 2, and I really liked it. Ever heard of Doki Doki Literature Club? But of course. I personally, I don't know, I don't feel too bad about a Just Monica world. Doesn't sound too bad, to be honest. Alright, one more course, and I think we'll call it. Thank you very much, by the way, for everybody who's donated and super chatted. Any requests for which of these courses we do last? We've already done Forest, Museum, Space Station, Pirate Cove, Twilight, and Ancient, leaving behind Candyland, Oasis, Haunted, and Worms. Alright, the people have spoken. To Candyland we go. Nice. That's a bad spot. Play it safe. Oh, too safe. Do you think you'd sleep after this? I don't know. I want to like stay awake as much during the day, but I do have some work I need to get done as well. Uh-oh. Some last minute cleaning and stuff and prep work for today's audio, and I still gotta record. Still got a lot of recording to do, actually. Got a lot of stuff to announce that we're gonna be closed next week. That's something that I already announced, but reiterate for people who maybe didn't hear it the first time. What else? Announce things like the changes to Patreon, maybe. For the record, this music is not from this game. The music is stuff I got from YouTube's audio library, believe it or not. Enjoy the vacay, guys. You earned it. Well, thank you, Pepper. I don't know. At this point, it's either I'm going to do... either I find the time today to record Spice for Saturday and next Saturday, or I just, like, double up in Spice in January. Because right now I'm very behind. Unfortunately, I still have so much to do. Well, we'll see, Eliza. Maybe I can find some time to record today. Besides, I think some of the spice is like holiday dependent, so it wouldn't make sense to release in January. Well, that's very understanding of y'all. I think we'll make do. I like this music. For like royalty free, you know, like I usually expect that music to not be very good, but actually I've been pretty happy with the soundtrack so far today. Ooh, I just got a message from the boss. Let's see what the boss says. I seem way too familiar with this course. Yeah, this is one of my favorite courses. Do you have a day job or do you do YouTube full-time? I'm a full-time YouTuber, thanks to the generosity of my patrons and people who like to do super chats and whatnot. If you weren't doing YouTube full time, what would be your day job? Well, I used to work in the video game industry, so I'd probably still be doing that. Any plans to do more comfort audios in the new year? Those are my favorite. I'm glad you like them. Unfortunately, no. We're canceling all comfort audios. They're a crowd favorite, but I don't know. I just thought it was the right time to just never do them again. Carlin audio will only be yelling audios from now on. We're actually changing the name in January to Carlin Yellio, because he yells at yo. But yeah, Carlin, comfort audios were nice when they lasted. People really liked them. It really helped a lot of people. It really helped me. I felt really fulfilled and like I had a really good purpose. And unfortunately, it just had to come to an end. Like all good things. We're maintaining our commitment to we do one comfort audio a week, comfort or sleep aid a week, and we plan on doing even more in 2020. That's as far as I see it, comfort stuff is like the bread and butter of the channel. That's what it's all about. That's what the whole channel is built around. It's the main. Everything else is nice stuff to play around with. But comforting people, especially people who are feeling lonely, people who are feeling like they don't have anybody, that's what the main purpose of the channel is, in my eyes. Oh, that's how you're supposed to do this level. I mean, not like that, but I didn't know there was a platform there. Interesting. Go on the thing. Go on the thing. Nope. All right. Do you listen to your own audios? No. I don't listen to audios, period. I don't listen to other people's audios. I don't listen to my own audios. Believe it or not, actually, it's probably easy to believe. I think a lot of people say this. I can't stand the sound of my own voice. Editing must not be fun for you. Luckily, I have an audio editor to do most of the heavy lifting. But yeah, when they're not available and I have to listen back to it, it is a chore in the truest sense. I think I read somewhere that the reason we all hate our own voices is because when we hear our voices when we're talking, it sounds different because it's reverberating in our skulls. So usually we sound like we have more bass than we do. But when you hear it recorded back and you hear what you actually sound like, you're like, that doesn't sound like me, yuck. Whee. Is this fresh hell? It's funny, I don't think I've ever had as much trouble with this track before. Hey. Alright, y'all. This has been fun. I'm probably gonna go sleep for a bit, wake up, upload the video, sleep some more, clean up, pick up the missus, begin the holiday. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for the donations and the super chats. Thank you to the mods for holding it down as always. Thank you to all y'all for behaving for the most part. Nah, y'all were great. In case I don't catch you, happy holidays. But keep an eye out here on Card Than Casual. I will be streaming, or rather we will be streaming quite often. The missus and I have a lot of things that we plan to stream, and I think you might be surprised by a lot of it. We plan to do a lot of streaming while she's here. Happy holidays, and I hope I get to see you sometime over the holiday break over the next week. Take it easy. See you later. Bye.